It's a long walk to face the wrath of American justice for Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia. Dressed in matching tan prison uniforms, they're led in handcuffs from a chopper, headed to their first court appearance, surrounded by heavily armed federal agents.
So we're asking Donald Trump, please, don't bother with the extradition process in Kenya. Just do what you did in Venezuela.
What lessons can we learn from America's actions in Venezuela, for example, recently?
Well, I don't know what they are quarreling about. The Americans are saying that some of the Latin Americans are sending drugs to the U.S. But whatever the case, we shall find out, we shall learn more. But whatever the case is, you can see the gaps, which I'm telling you about. Because the Americans are operating from 4 dimensions. They're operating from sea, they're in the sea. The Latin Americans are not there. They don't have a navy. Then they can come with air force, and then space. They're in space. Now they are trying to come on land, which of course is very risky also for the Americans. There you come near, because even me, who has got a short range, I can.
UN member state called Venezuela. We reject utterly the actions that the United States has embarked upon and stand with the people of Venezuela. And we demand the release of President Maduro and his wife as well.
In order to control the oil in Venezuela, in order to control the administration in Venezuela so that you have a military presence and a friendly government to checkmate the Lula government, which is seen to be socialist and almost part of the BRICS. We must not forget the BRICS. That in that part of the world, the biggest economy in that sphere is Brazil. And you must not forget that Brazil has now become the supplier of certain products which China was buying from the United States of America. So if you are present, boots on ground in Venezuela, and you are projecting yourself in the Caribbean, you are making something that is useful to the United States of America in that regard. The military industry must also not be forgotten. They need to sell bullets. They need to sell missiles. So the world is very interesting. And when I look at this and I think of the recent display of some of the most sophisticated weapons in China, and I saw the recent parading of what the North Koreans saying is a missile that can hit anywhere in the United States of America, and I see all these apparently innocent activities by the Nobel Peace Committee sitting in Sweden and giving the prize in Oslo, which is where the Peace Prize originated from, then you see that a lot of things, a lot of parts are in motion, but yet there could be a single thread that is connecting them. And the single common denominator in all these things is the United States of America and, of course, President Trump. And if you look at it from that perspective, you can also emerge with one theory. America, which has until now been the dominant economic, military power after the World War II, is feeling threatened. Threatened by China, threatened by Russia from a military perspective, technologically threatened by China and India, in terms of trade and manufacturing, threatened by
All right, welcome back, family. That is what happened in Venezuela. We have seen how the president was captured And from that moment, a lot has been said. People have reacted, have responded. But now the problems comes in Africa. Today, the African leaders are panicking. They are panicking because they feel like all that caused the capture of Maduro by Donald Trump, is what the same as what Africans are doing. Today, the entire Africa is under inflation, corruption, incompetence, and everything. The governments of Africa today are failed governments. Today, the people are only who are fighting to change the entire continent of Africa. But the African leaders are doing some things which they feel like it's good for the country, not for the people. That's the problem. So people have been asking, why Donald Trump just can't come? Just come for Samia Suluhu of Nigeria and come for Museveni of Uganda? Because now, today the country of Venezuela is one of the countries that is producing a lot of crude oil in the world. So whenever we see them, America going to intervene them and coming out with a more accusation that this man is dealing with drugs and everything, then according to me, I don't know the real facts, because I don't even want to go deeper towards that, because I'm not sure about it. But all I know is that America always go to the country where they can benefit, where they can get something. But when you don't have something for them to benefit, they can't come for you. Even if you kill yourself, even if you just destroy yourself, they cannot come to that country. So today something different is happening. People are coming out to ask many questions, because today Uganda's President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is coming out to express his feelings, and he's accusing them of targeting countries with the richness, with minerals of these minerals. And today we know that the country of Uganda is one of the countries that is a producer of iron. But he's talking about how the white people have been coming to take advantage from their resources, paying them a little, much less, while they're benefiting and selling across the world, making higher profits. But now, here's the problem. Here is where problems comes. We are having a lot of resources in Africa, but Africans are not being able to benefit from it. The government are just making a lot of money, but the government income that is coming out of these resources are not helping the people. That's why today, when you go to Uganda, Ugandans themselves, what they say, the health system of Uganda itself is sick. Education system it has failed. The economy is nothing to discuss. So, in short, there is nothing that is good that is happening in this country. Yet we are having a leader who has been in power over 40 years. And he's still coming out to tell the people to go and vote for him, because he has unfinished projects, so that he can have enough time to complete these projects.
This is the last time I'm vying for president in Uganda. I will never vie again after 2026. So I urge all Ugandans to come out in large numbers and vote for me for the very last time. I have few projects that I want to finish.
This means that even if Museveni is being given another 40 years, he will not achieve all these projects. Burkina Faso president has been in power for 3 years. What has he achieved? He has achieved all that the entire African leaders have never achieved, even if you put them together. They all time initiate projects, but not to work for it. So today, when we say that, why people are asking questions? Because the African countries are failing their people. And when whatever is happening, we don't care. If Donald Trump is about the oil of Venezuela or what, we don't care. What we need is to see, are the leaders acting, delivering to the people, performing, listening to the voices, and doing all that is supposed to be done, but not making the choices that is not helping the countries, not oppressing their people. The people that you are oppressing are the people who are every day waking up in the morning to build the economy of the countries. They're the ones who are giving you power that you are having today. Without these people, then there is no leaders, because the leaders, you are there to lead the people. That's why they wake up in the morning to go and elect you. But now after you secure the position, you forget everything that you promised them. And you feel like yourself as a boss, as a boss, at the final say. You are not the final say, but the people are. So today, the question are being asked, is it Ruto, Museveni, or Samia? Because in Africa, we need a change. And what happened in Venezuela was to be a wake-up call to the African countries. We don't have to wait for Donald Trump to come and intervene in our countries, but we need just to do the best things. Why don't you just govern your countries well? Why don't you just protect your people? Look at what is happening in the country of Nigeria. It comes to the point where Nigerians themselves came out to ask for help, calling upon the name of Donald Trump. Trump, come and help us, because we are being killed. The Christians were being slaughtered. Yet we are having the country of Nigeria with the military system, with the police enforcement, with the law enforcement, but they are not able to go and protect their own people, calling America to come and help them. And that is what we as Africans will make mistakes, because once we call them, they come. They'll come to pretend like they help. They offer a little help, but they benefit a lot. Because today, since the time American troops arrived in the country of Nigeria, they settled there. They installed their military bases there. So they are not leaving soon. And when you take a look clearly, they have located in a place that has much oil. So something is going on. By the time Nigerians will come to realize all that's happening, it will be already too late. And I came across the videos of Nigeria some days talking that they don't care if America is after their oil, because even this oil is not helping them. The government of Nigeria itself is a failed government. This oil is not helping anyone. There is much poverty in this country. But they are producing a lot of oil, selling to the Britain. So this oil, it means that it's just helping a few people, some elites in the country, in the government, but not the people. It cannot build the healthcare systems. It cannot build the hospitals, schools, build roads, and do anything that is going to help the citizens. It is not able to build more companies and factories to employ and create jobs to the citizens. So what is supposed to be done in Africa is good governance. If Donald Trump come to intervene in African countries, this will be cost and will be Africa's leaders' responsibility, but not to blame Donald Trump, because you are the one who are giving Donald Trump the choice or the decision to come in your country to do what he's coming to do. Nigeria today, one of the the country that was once the giant of Africa, is being ranked among the poorest country. A country that is having the highest population in Africa, well educated, with much knowledge, being ranked as the poorest country in Africa. That's so annoying, because they are having a dictator, a puppet, the oldest leader who cannot come out with the idea, the greatest idea that can construct some things and bring new change in the country. We cannot develop in Africa while continuing to have all these leaders who have nothing to give to us. Because at this time, Africa's population is being covered with youths. So we cannot be the majority being youths in the continent, and we are being led by the oldest people who don't have something new that they can give to us. We cannot do anything. It is a time that African leaders have to wake up before you are being waked up. Because if it happens, then you will regret for what you are doing today. Thank you for being here. Tell me about the comment section if you really agree with me. Because all that's happened today, and the leaders are the ones who are causing all these problems and troubles to happen to their countries. We need a change. We need a change. And total change, because Africa must be liberated. Be blessed, watching from live, and appreciate you. This is the Black History, where we uncover the truth, and continue subscribing, sharing, so that I can continue building the channel, and be blessed.